Hello and welcome to Tumbleweeds and TV Cowboys. My name is Hunter. In this podcast, I'll be joined by a different guest each week to discuss a classic Western movie or TV show. I've been a fan of classic Westerns for as long as I can remember, and in recent years, they've become very nostalgic for me. I love the aesthetic, the tropes, and I love seeing different filmmakers' takes on them. At their best, they're incredibly entertaining, rewatchable, and some of my all-time favorite movies are Westerns. We'll mostly focus on Western movies made in Hollywood, but we'll also be covering spaghetti Westerns, and one thing I'm very excited to get into are Western TV shows. I've got some amazing guests coming on the show, film professors, historians, and podcasters. And Tumbleweeds and TV Cowboys is part of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network, and many guests on the show will be from other shows on the network. Thanks for listening.
Hello, this is Aaron West. I am the author of the A24 New Wave. In this book, I look at A24's output and I make the argument that we are in a new wave movement right now. A24 plays a major role. This book has a supplemental podcast where each episode is a brief conversation about an A24 related topic, whether an actor, director, or even a genre. As I continue research for the book and conduct interviews, I expect to record podcast episodes with people involved with the company. You can find the podcast at cinejourneys.com or wherever you find podcasts, and we are proud to be members of the Someone's Favorite Productions podcast network.
Hi, this is HP from Noise Junkies.
And this is Father Malone from Dark Destinations.
Please join us as we examine one of the greatest sitcoms in television history, Taxi, on Night Mr. Walters, a Taxi podcast.
Good night, Mr. Walters. Weird Way Media.
We deal in paint, pigment, light and shadow, realism, surrealism, impressionism, and ghost stories.
An interest in the oddball, a predilection toward the bizarre. And this place is nothing if it isn't bizarre.
There's no admission, no requirement of membership, only a strong and abiding belief in the dark at the top of the stairs, or things that go bump in the night. The name of this place, should you have come in here accidentally out of the rain, is the Night Gallery.
Welcome back, art lovers, to Midnight Viewing, the Night Gallery podcast. I'm Father Malone, and with me here in the gallery are Chronicles from the Crypts, Mr. Chris Stashew.
They spared no expense bringing me in for this episode. No expense at all.
Second time you've used that joke. Also joining us from Dreams for Sale, the Twilight Zone 85's podcast, is Mr. Mike White.
It's a miracle.
It is a miracle.
I'd like to point out, though, I'm allowed to use it once a season, my friend.
No.
It's not like Richrd Kiley shows up all the time.
This is
you don't need Richrd Kiley all the time.
What qualifies as all the time? Would he have to be in 2 episodes this year?
At least he's not playing a Nazi.
At least. Anyway, we'll get to that. We are talking about Season 2, Episode 17. This aired on January the 19th, 1972. And it's a Ralph Senensky special. This episode was broken into 2 segments, both directed by Ralph Senensky. Those are The Miracle at Camafeo and The Ghost of Sorworth Place.
Painting number 1. A small item of hope and faith and despair. An excursion into the eerie in which we touch base with that fraternity of the dispossessed who seek out something miraculous in the way of cures and in the way of hope. Our painting is called The Miracle at Camafeo, and it's offering number 1 in this, the Night Gallery.
The Miracle at Camafeo was written by Rod Serling, based on a short story by C.B. Guilford, and directed by Ralph Senensky. This one stars Harry Gardino, Julie Adams, and Ray Danton. It's the tale of an insurance investigator trailing a potential fraudster to a sleepy Mexican pueblo where miracles are said to occur. What'd you think about this one, Mike?
It's a little long in the tooth. I kind of could see everything that was about to happen before it happened, like in the first 5 minutes. So how long is this one? Like half an hour, 25 minutes?
Well, it's half the episode.
Yeah,
it's 27, I think, actually.
It goes on for a while. Yeah, and I don't see why it needed to. It was nice seeing Ray Danton show up. I always enjoy seeing him, but yeah, that was about it.
So, Father Malone, you mentioned it, and I want to speak to it for a second. These two segments in this episode were so good. So just like the quality was just so immense that they never had Ralph Sinensky come back and direct another episode of this show.
It is shocking, isn't it?
No, because this segment is, again, almost like a Blackout sketch. Like a guy who's pretending to be crippled, disabled, not use his legs, whatever term they used here. He can't do that. And so the switch is made and he's able to walk, but he could walk to begin with, but he actually loses his eyes to a child who was blind. Do you need to tell that story over a half an hour? The answer may surprise you. It's no. It's just so fucking long. Like, there wasn't another segment that could have taken up more time here. Like, there wasn't any part of this that needed to be trimmed down. We needed to have Harry Guardino tell who he is to that guy's wife, even though she had been seeing him and like was aware of his presence because she admits as much. Like, I just don't understand. It's such a bizarre segment.
I like the idea of the scam that's being pulled here.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
That a man who is pretending to be crippled and has collected a $500,000 insurance fraud is now going to have a miracle occur, and now he can return to the United States and go, oh, I can walk and I got $500,000. What are you going to do? It was a miracle. Right. It's a great plan. And the idea of having an insurance investigator who is no longer interested in retrieving the money, but is offended spiritually that he's using this shrine where people come to pray in the hopes of a miracle occurring. He's so offended by that he needs to expose the guy. That's all great. It's the execution, however, where the insurance investigator in a small Pueblo cantina approaches the wife of the guy who's perpetrating the fraud. And then, like you said, Chris, spills his entire life story to her as if as soon as he started talking, she wouldn't have gotten up and walked away. I'm just talking realistically here. As the wife of obviously a con man, she would know this guy, as soon as she saw him, would know, oh, okay, this guy's an insurance guy. Her husband even said that I saw him. So why would she listen to any of what this guy has to say? Go tell it to the bartender if you need to have it spelled out for us, Rod Serling, because this is another radio play, ultimately. And then the twist isn't even worth it, honestly. Oh, he went blind. Okay, well, I guess he deserved it. I was kind of hoping the insurance investigator would go blind. How about that? Throw us that ironic twist.
It's weird morality via Rod Serling, yeah? Like, Rod Serling's moral compass is like, well, he was a con man who was pretending to not use his legs, which, again, got him money. So, yeah, he scammed people, but Rod Serling apparently thinks if you scam people, you deserve to go fucking blind. And it's like, whoa. Like, I get it, but we don't even get enough time with Ray Danton's character to understand that he's a piece of shit. Like, right. He's just like a con man. Like, for all I know, he's a perfectly fine human being who just wanted to rip somebody off. Like, there ain't nothing wrong with that. You want to rip off a company, I don't think that necessarily makes you a bad person. Necessarily, in the context of a story that we're telling. How you paint that person, how you use dialogue and body language, whatever, that's fine. They don't do enough here to make it seem like, oh, well, he deserved to go blind at the end. Like, and then they're just going to leave him, by the way. Like, they're just going to leave this guy in this village to be blind.
That's what you do.
Well,
it's a really good thing that George Langeland, the author of The Fly, died in 1972. Otherwise, he might have been suing this show because he wrote he wrote a story that an episode of Alfred Hitchcock Presents was based on called Strange Miracle, directed by Norman Lloyd, who we just saw in our last segment from last month or last time we talked. And this is a guy who fakes paralysis after a train wreck in order to collect a huge insurance settlement. After he collects his money, he meets this girl, Maria, who's actually paralyzed. She's going to a shrine to pray. So he gets the bright idea of, oh, I'll go to the shrine to pray as well for a miracle. I'll get the miracle. But irony of ironies, He's actually paralyzed by the end, and she gets to walk again. Amazing.
Plagiarism be damned.
Yes.
Oh, Night Gallery. Just you stop it.
That was right
Rod.
off of Alfred Hitchcock's Presents Strange Miracle from 1962, 10 years before this segment aired.
Aye.
But when was the short story by C.B. Guilford published? That's the question.
Oh,
That's
I
a
don't
good
know.
question.
I don't do that much research, guys.
Also valid.
I'm glad you agree.
Yeah.
Again, they're not putting in any effort to entertain us. So
Okay, so here's the next scene. I have 5,000 American dollars to somebody who will guide me to the airport. Because I got $500,000 still. Yes, he's blind. It's really sad. He's going to have a very pampered rest of his life as a blind man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not getting that money back.
Uh-oh.
So, 6 to 1, half dozen to another yet again.
again, it's a weird morality by way of Rod Serling. Like he injects his own moral beliefs into the story in a way that, like, when Rod Serling does it well, it's really good. But this is not that. This is just like, yeah. Of course he goes blind at the end. How else would this end?
Well, it didn't need the blind child, honestly. I'm pretty sure that's a Rod Serling invention so that he could have that comeuppance. I don't know. I didn't read the short story. What am I talking about?
Again, I'm not sure you missed anything by not reading it.
Yeah. I'm trying to find that story, and all I'm finding is somebody who's writing saying, I've been looking for this story for years and have never been able to find it.
And what's weird is C.B. Guilford has 4 credits on Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Oh, yeah. It might be the case that it's actually the same story that both are based on, isn't it?
Well, C.B. Guilford was The Equalizer, Guest for Breakfast, Bull in a China Shop, and Who Done It on Alfred Hitchcock Presents. So maybe it was C.B. Guilford was working on that show and was like, hey, remember that story? I'm just going to, that's it. Maybe it's a reverse plagiarism.
In any event, it's a terrible segment and a waste of everyone's time.
Well, the fact that it's 27 minutes is the problem.
Yeah, it's a juicy conceit that is just stretched so thin that you don't care past the initial introduction of the leads.
A bit of gossamer and lace, as befits a beautiful woman, fragile and ephemeral, in keeping with the soft mystery of the female. But to the gentlemen amongst you, who, like all your male predecessors since the beginning of time, have been mystified and miffed by a female counterpart, this one's for you. A beautiful lady in a strange house, also inhabited, alas, by the ghost of Sorwoth Place.
All right, our next segment is called The Ghost of Sorwoth Place. This one was written by Alvin Sappinsley, based on the short story Sorwoth Place by Russell Kirk, and directed by Ralph Senensky. This one stars Richrd Kiley, Jill Ireland, Mavis Neal, and Patrick O'Moore. It's the story of, it also stars Single Owl Hooting a couple times. And the music in this segment was by Lalo Schifrin. This is the story of an American traveling in Scotland who encounters a crumbling estate and the strange widow who lives there, although she's not alone. What do you think of this one, Mike?
What the hell happened to this episode? This was tough for me to follow. So there's a ghost.
Yeah.
And the ghost... So did she kill her husband and then he's coming back for revenge, or he's coming back to sleep with her again?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. I don't know.
Who knows? I thought she killed him.
Okay. What I wrote was, if he vowed to return in a year.
Right.
First of all, and now this is him returning, right? Oh, there's a lot to unpack. Okay. The story as laid out is Richrd Kiley is heading somewhere in Scotland, accidentally ends up at this estate. She sends him away to some pub and inn, and where the guy spills this story that she had lived there with some horrible man who used to beat her and have sex with
Right.
all of their servants, right? And then
Mhm.
he fell down some stairs and died, and they think it was her.
Mhm.
Okay. And Mrs. Ducker, I think her name is.
Ducker, yeah, Ducker.
Okay, so Mrs. Ducker is the servant who works at Sorwoth Place, and she too has been seeing strange things. She has to be home before sundown because there's a ghost in this place, right?
Strange portenses.
Okay,
Yes.
so they start up some sort of quasi-romance, Richrd Kiley and Jill Ireland, where she invites him for tea, and then she spills the story to him where she was brutalized by him, but at the same time was so tired of him that she decided to poison him, right?
Mhm.
And then he fell down the stairs anyway, right? She didn't push him down the stairs, but she was happy he had fallen down the stairs. And then he vows, you've not seen the last of me. I'll return for you in a year. Okay, so now this is the year later, and Richrd Kiley has shown up, and now she's going to use Richrd Kiley to protect her from this ghost, who she did kill, and he has a motive for revenge. But as you said, Mike, what does the ghost want? Does he want to have sex with her? Because she confesses that she only had sex with him one time because she's a cold person and can never love anything alive. So is he back to have ghost sex with her, or is he back for revenge? And if it was 1 year, what has Mrs. Ducker been seeing in the house for the past year that she's so scared of?
Right.
I would like to raise my hand and tell you she was seeing the ghost of, I believe, Joanne Worley, because this is the exact same fucking set as House with a Ghost. That is the exact same staircase.
It
is
absolutely
it not?
is. Yeah. It is.
Oh my! How many more episodes are they going to shoot in this fucking location?
All of them, I hope.
Fuck, because that I don't know. She must have been seeing another ghost, or who knows? Or maybe Jill Ireland was just being weird for a year.
Yeah.
Fucking corpses, necromantic style. I don't know.
Yeah. So eventually the ghost possesses Richrd Kiley, right?
No.
No?
What?
No, the ghost is gone. Richrd Kiley is dead, and now he's the ghost.
Yeah.
That's how
Richrd
the episode
Kiley
ends.
turns into the ghost.
Yeah.
Richrd Kiley dies.
When he tumbles down the stair.
Right. But I thought that the ghost then possessed his body.
Oh.
No, he became the ghost, then obsessed with her.
Wow.
He
It
replaced
makes
the
so
husband.
much sense.
I didn't get that at all. I thought that it was the husband coming back inside of Kylie's body, like, oh, I killed you. Now I can possess your body, walk up the stairs, and be like, okay, baby, we're about to have some good sex.
Oh, you know
That
what?
would make sense if that's what was going to happen, and that's what I was hoping would happen. And like when he says, you said you could never love anything alive. Well, here I am, and I'm dead. And I want her to go, yeah, right on, let's do it. And then the end. That would have been great. But then it turns into this. We know he's a ghost because he threatens the same thing the previous ghost threatened her, which I'll be back for you in a year.
Right. Well, that
And he's
was
all pallid and ghostly looking now.
Yeah. Well, it was, yeah, just so many odd things. Like, yeah, that it happens to be another staircase fall. The weird thing about how, oh, I'm just in town. Oh, I'll stick around for a while. Don't worry about it. It's like, what are you even doing here? What are you doing in Ireland? What do you know, like you have no plans. You're just wandering. So when you find the hot widow, you can hang out with her. Yeah, I was very confused. So
Seems
I was
like
being serious when I asked what the hell's going on in this.
Had they cast a younger man, then it would have made sense. Just somebody backpacking across Scotland, and
Right. Him and his
happened to
buddy
be there.
David, and yeah, they get attacked on the moors.
Here's my favorite part of the episode. Like the next day, he wakes up at the inn, comes downstairs where the pub owner, the inn owner, tells him the story of Sorwoth Place, and pours him a tumbler of whiskey, and they both drink. And then he goes to pour him another, and he says, "No, one's my limit. It's 9 a.m.
Right.
What's your limit? You have a 9 a.m. limit? You should have a 0 limit at 9 a.m. What's going on?" I mean, I guess it's the 71. But anyway, I just thought that was really funny. And then, like, as soon as he gets to Sorwoth Place, she pours another drink. It's like everyone wants to get Mr. Burke shit-faced in this episode.
I wish that this Richrd Kiley performance had been half as good as the one from that Nazi episode, because he's given nothing to do here.
No,
Oh, I liked him here. I thought he was good here.
No.
No, he was good. And with what he was given, I thought he was good. It was. I didn't have any problem with the performances here.
I mean, it's not much. You're right. It's not much. Like it is not much. Like he's fine, but he's just given nothing to do.
No, because he's there just to react to all of the exposition that everyone just keeps spilling out at him.
I just don't understand what ultimately the punchline is here. Like, is it that, oh, now he's obsessed with her for a year? Like,
yeah.
I just don't get what the point of this was.
Oh, no, you got it. It's just not very good.
Yeah, but what is that point to what end?
That she's getting what she deserves.
What? That a ghost is going to come fuck her in a year?
No, that she's
that could even happen?
She has to live alone as a ghost for a year or something. I don't know. Who knows? She's going to be haunted. It must be something.
Like,
okay, look, here's some good things in the episode. Get back in your grave, you lousy corpse. Great line. At least,
Richrd Kiley yeeting himself down the stairs is fucking hilarious.
Oh my God. Speaking of, in our previous episode, we mentioned that was Mr. Peddington. His scream when he goes out the window there. Same scream here when Kiley goes down the stairs. It's a good one.
Sounds nothing like Richrd Kiley, too.
It's more effective in the previous episode, but it's you get to hear the full length of it here as he tumbles down those stairs. I like that. Also, I liked when he goes outside to scan the grounds to see if the ghost is out there, and in the background the ghost just walks into the house and closes the door. I thought that was a great shot. I thought that was actually really tense. And then the shot following it, when the ghost is going up the stairs, it passes the chandelier, which is all lit candles, and they all blow out as he passes. I thought that was really cool. However, okay, so Richrd Kiley, she tells him the entire story, and he says, well, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help battle this ghost for you. And then she says, well, I'm a cold person, and you won't get anything out of me. And he's like, I don't care. I'm just going to do this anyway. And then he says, we've got work to do. What work? He goes around locking. It's a ghost. Why are you locking the doors? Like, it's blown open windows that you've gone and locked, and you've turned around and it's been in the house. What is your plan here? Here's the plan. Leave, you idiots. It's a ghost. It's trapped there. Go to another town.
Richrd Kiley just looks at the screen and he's like, they can open doors now.
Right.
Now, having said that, once the ghost is in the house, like I said, I thought that scene was really good until they get to the bedroom, and then it turned into an episode of Mannix where they just started punching each other. Like, him and the ghost are throwing each other around the room. This mutton chopped ghost. Oh my God, wasn't he good?
That was the best part of the episode. Was the design of the ghost. He looked hilarious.
That was pretty great.
The reveal of him turning around and it's just a dude in a wig with some gray face paint.
Mm-hmm. Also, at the end, honestly, why is Kiley mad at her? He wanted her, and she told him, I'll never give in to you as a lover because I can't feel that way about. And now it seems like it should be, even if it wasn't the possessed thing, if it was just Kiley, that should also have been the happy ending.
Right.
And he was willing to give up everything else
now.
Well, and he was willing to just be I'm not going to Dryman anymore. I'm just going to hang out here with you. Okay, then. Then you're good. Then you can literally stay there forever.
Yeah.
And the likelihood that she dies in the house is pretty high, too. So she'll probably be there forever, too. So you're good. Why are you mad? And she's going to bang you because you're a ghost now. And Ghostbusters rules would denote that maybe they can have sex. Or at least some form of interaction. Maybe he can use a statue to move it on her head, or who the fuck knows? But it's a very weird conceit that the episode ends the way that it does, where he's mad.
Yeah,
that's why I thought he was the other dude.
Should have, yeah, and that actually probably gives credence to that because it doesn't make sense that unless that's what ghosts do. We could have been clued in, Mrs. Ducker could have told us ghosts are only interested in revenge or something, just a line.
He just goes, I won't be there at night. I won't stay here after night. It's why? I won't tell you.
I've seen things. Okay, like what? Ghosts, all ghosts are murderous. That's all you need to know, and then leaves. That would have been something. The estate that they shot this in, the Scottish estate, that was in Pasadena. That's the Hines estate. That was also featured in Beaches and Mad Men, and in season 7, episode 1 of Columbo, Try and Catch Me. You guys are going to see it there too. So Shout out to the Heinz estate, everybody.
It looks a lot like Scotland. It really does.
Totally.
We're going to get real good Richrd Kiley when he comes back. I think next season, Chris, a Friend Indeed episode. He's terrific in that.
I'm excited. I like Richrd Kiley.
You should have me on for that one.
Okay.
You don't have
Sounds
to.
good.
Okay, we're going to play a preview of our next episode, and we'll be right back to wrap things up.
In a $12.50 pine box reposes the body of a frontier Frankie, armed but disarming. A victim of an Old West philosophy that any man with a good eye, a limber finger, and a well-honed trigger skirts the pastures of immortality. But this chap found out the hard way that immortality is a wish, a word, but infrequently a reality. He awaits your pleasure in a painting we call The Waiting Room. To those amongst you with a predilection toward antique collection, or the occasional bargain hunting that takes place in out-of-the-way nooks and stalls, this painting suggests a certain required wariness when it comes to your shopping. Because there are moments when behind some dusty book or in a cobwebbed corner of an ancient vestibule, you'll uncover a little object d'art which can horrify the heck out of you. Such being the case in this painting, when a lady goes junking about and uncovers a mythological statue that has lived past its time and intrudes on hers, we call the painting The Last Rites for a Dead Druid.
No.
Yeah. Oh, and then things got real tense on that episode. No, I don't think so, Father Malone.
No.
That's right. On the next Midnight Viewing, we're going to be taking a look at Season 2, Episode 18. That's broken into two segments, The Waiting Room and Last Rites of a Dead Druid. Until then, where can people find you, Chris Stashu?
weirdingwaymedia.com, where you can find this show, my show, The Culture Cast, along with a lot of the other shows that I work on. And hey, Mike White's The Projection Booth. That's a good show that you should be listening to right now. Stop listening to this and go listen to that. This is over anyways.
How about you, Mike?
I shouldn't even bother to talk. I guess this episode's over.
Indeed it is. Thank you all for joining us here at Midnight Viewing. The gallery is now closed.